Okay, so I just want to talk about applying decals. I've gone over this before, and I believe that it does bear repeating, only for the reason is look, some people learn just way easier than others. My experience in the classroom growing up as a kid, like I could pick things up if things were visual, whereas some people could just hear them. Like everyone has different learning capacities, so because this channel is a little bit like a classroom setting sometimes for methodology and why I do it the way I do, not the be all end all, but just like a method, the way I like to teach, because the channel is about education and inspiration. So I just want to preface what I want to show you about the decals that I put here, like the Milner ones here, okay, and why I apply this method for all my models. It doesn't matter what they are. Maybe excluding car models with, like hot rods with high-end glossy finishes. That's sort of a different category, but anything that's sort of satin flat finished and the technique I use, why I use it, and how reliable it is. But let me first show you on paper a diagram, like what you would see under a microscope, the finish, and why silvering, decal silvering occurs. Okay, now some people will say, well, I don't need to do that, I never have that problem. Well, then you're just lucky then, because it's going to happen to your number one best model out of the blue. You'll get silvering, and I'll just give you a quick example of what it looks like, which is why I repainted this locomotive and why I no longer do that, because I listened to somebody, oh, you don't need to put clear coat down, just put the decal on, it'll be fine. No, sorry, it'll bite you, and I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it really, but it's really bothered me. Like it's there. See that? Okay, there. See the glare? That's called silvering right there where the SRY is. Okay, so that is why I use these. And I use these now, and I'll probably mention it again, because I don't have the old famous Tester's dull coat, which I loved, and as everybody knows, it just had the perfect flat finish. However, these acrylic colors are the replacement for the old Tester's dull coat in my experience, and I've been using this system successfully now for many years, and I've never ever had a problem. Okay, so I'm going to show you why silvering of decals occurs, and this has been proven for decades through science. Okay, when you paint a model, any surface, especially flat paint or even satin, this is what the surface looks like if you look under a microscope. Okay, the naked eye, we think it looks like this, but it doesn't. So when you lay a decal on over top of what your nice clean freshly painted prize locomotive, when you lay the decal on without a clear coat, all this texture, microscopic texture, is these voids. So the decal actually lays right on top of here. So what happens is you have all this air pockets under here. They're microscopic, and when the light comes through, it hits the surfaces here, and it reflects off the back side of the decal, and you get silvering. Okay, that's what occurs. And no matter what you do, no matter what coat you put on after, it will not fix it. In fact, it'll make it worse in some cases. So how do you fix that? Well, I'll show you how you fix that, or how you prep your model so that that doesn't occur. So because we have this textured surface, what we do is we take this, in this case, Tamiya Clear, okay, X22, and when you buy these bottles, and this bears repeating, I'll mention it again, I make one of these bottles into two. I use their X20A, and I use another bottle. You can buy empty clean bottles, clean the ones you have that are used up before, and make two out of this, so it'll extend the life. And I find that when you thin it a bit, it'll settle into all this porous texture like water would if you poured it into an engraved surface. So when you put the clear on, you just clear coated your flat surface. Okay, don't worry about it, you'll get the flat back again. So now when you lay your decal on, there's no ravines or mountains underneath. Like there's no gaps. It's this perfect flat surface that the decal adheres to. Then, once you've done that, you lay the microsole on. And what the microsole does is it takes, like, you know how you'll have a decal, like let's just say this is like M for, like, you know, Milner, okay? There's a film, let's say, on the outside. Well, what this does is it dissolves a little bit of the film, and it just helps to adhere it tighter to this surface. You'll sort of see it after this, but it'll be very, very faint until you take this, after that dries, after you apply this microsole. Best to let it cure overnight, I find. Okay, don't rush it. Just let it sit overnight. Grab this XF, see XF for flat. X is an acronym for clear, like gloss. XF is their acronym for flat or primer. So take this here now, it's called flat clear, not flat base. The flat base that you see in these bottles, it looks similar to this, but it's it's super powerful, sort of a talcum powdery component, whatever it is, to flatten glossy colors by Tamiya even more than what they already are. If you buy this version, you use the flat base, but I'm not using flat base in either of these. I just use clear and flat clear, okay? So once your decal's cured, you've done this process, you've laid this on, then you take your airbrush and you spray XF86 flat, put on a good couple of heavy coats, and when it dries, the film disappears. There's no, you can see, like I redid this locomotive, see that? It just looks like paint, okay? See this here, the rail link? That's intentional, that's square, because that's oxidization from when they blotted out the old Washington Corp emblem. That's what happened, like that's what occurred, so I painted it on purpose like that. Okay, so that's how you render your decal to look like paint without silvering, is you do it this way. Now, let me just say this in closing. I'm not going to refute what people say, how I don't do that and I have no problems. But the examples I've seen were people that use like tank models and larger flat surfaces. But how are you going to wet sand? Like they say, oh, just wet sand the surface. Well, how are you going to wet sand all this detail here? Like, why would you do that? Just to put a decal on when you can just clear coat it and do it the way I just showed, you know. Okay?